The United Nations Development Programme (UNDP) Special Growth Study Report for Sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia 1992 reveals that small and medium-scale enterprises account for more than 50% of gross domestic product of developing countries such as Nigeria. In recognition of this and the right political will to provide job opportunities to the teeming youths in order to take the people of Nasarawa State out of poverty, the Vocational and Relevant Technology Board was birthed in 1998. The objective of the government is to train the youths of Nasarawa State in skills acquisition and to encourage them individually to develop their own talents, teach them new skills, and improve in their own acquired skills to provide new innovation and creativity for them. The ultimate goal is to reduce unemployment and increase the earning capacity of youths of the state and minimize rural-urban migration. Since the establishment of the board, it has continued to train the youths of Nasarawa State across the three geopolitical zones in different skills with positive impact on addressing youth restiveness, crimes, and unemployment in the state. Because of the zeal of the government to ensure that everyone is carried along, coupled with the commitment of the board that policies of the government are fully implemented, the board chose to categorize the training in order to capture every citizen of the state. The first category is for those who purely acquired skills of their own without any academic experience. They include adults, married women, and people living with disabilities.
One aspect is the skill acquisition. That one is more of an informal, because whether you are educated or not educated, once you have shown interest in learning skill, that one is tailor-made for you, and there is no age barrier there. And as I said earlier, it doesn't matter whether you are literate or illiterate, because from experience, most of the people that cannot even read and write, they have not even seen the four walls of the classroom. They are the ones that even perform far better in terms of skill acquisition.
Another phase of the training introduced by the board is for young people who are mostly school leavers or those who dropped out of junior secondary school, both able and disabled.
The vocational training is that one that is more formal. That is the one that is tailor-made for children that are of junior secondary school age. As soon as they are done with their primary school, we give them admission here. And at the end of their training program, they have about 3 certificates to showcase. One of the certificate they graduate with is trade test, and you know trade test is nationally recognized. Then the second one is JSCE. The essence of that JSCE, looking at their tender age, is to enable them further their education, to either go and continue with their technical education in the technical colleges that abound in the state, or if they so wish, they want to continue to change their courses and do conventional secondary schools, they can equally do it. That JSC certificate equips them very well for those circumstances. Last certificate again that they graduate with is skill acquisition certificate. And the beautiful aspect about that one is that even though they are young and tender, but once they have graduated from here, they can equally be on their own, because it is skills that we really introduce them into, and we really ensure that they acquire those skills. That is why when they further their education, it doesn't become a new thing when they see anything skills or vocational education, because they have already done it during their junior secondary school.
The board does not just stop at imparting knowledge or skills, but encourages its trainees to take relevant examinations for the National Board of Technical Education (NABTE) so that they can further their studies at any higher institutions of their choice with bias in technology at the end of the training. Upon completion of the training program, trainees are awarded the Federal Labor Trade Test 3, conducted by the Federal Ministry of Labor and Productivity, and the BOSS Training Certificate. The Nasarawa State Vocational and Relevant Technology Board runs 26 skills vocations, namely knitting, computer, electrical installation, tie and dye, hairdressing, welding and fabrication. Others are phone repairs, leather works, carpentry and joinery, POP, plumbing, radio and television, auto mechanic, building, block laying and converting, furniture and upholstery, bookbinding, painting and decoration. The board also trains people in the areas of tiling, barbing, refrigeration and air conditioning, body repairs, fitting machine, fashion and design, embroidering, and agricultural mechanization. Since the establishment of the board, it has trained more than 4,614 persons, including youths, women, and men across the 3 geopolitical zones of the state. At the moment, they are doing well and contributing to the socio-economic development of the state.
Graduated from Eastern Mustafa with the first polytechnic. I am the beneficiary of skill acquisition from state government. I appreciated God for being part of this opportunity, and also as well as the government. So far so good. I learn how to sew trousers, and we are still learning, which we will soon learn how to sew gowns and skirts and all of that. I actually appreciated the government for giving us this opportunity to learn.
I'm from Nasarawa Igong local government. I came here to train POP, and I thank the management of Relevant Technology Board for helping us, teach us how to learn how to do POP. As for now, we have learned how to do the chemical for POP. Thank you for the Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer A. Sule, and thank you for Relevant Technology Board for teaching us how to be self-employment.
And I'm learning plumbing. Yes, I learned a lot. So far from the start, I was exposed to the various techniques and the tools in order to carry out the plumbing work. You know, initially I used to wonder what instrument have been used to actually work in the plumbing side, more especially when you go out for work. But with the help of these skills, I was exposed to the tools, use of tools, and how to carry out the work effectively. Yes, actually, initially I was like, what do I even have to do with these skills? But you know, sometimes they say you have to give a thing a try before. So coming down here, I realized that there's a lot to even learn from here. I used to know that, I used to limit my knowledge that the plumbing work is based on, mostly used at home. But when I came down here, I realized that it's not just our home stuff, but it has gone beyond just working in homes. But you can work in an industry, a gas industry as a plumbing. So it has exposed me.
Ina son in koya in iya domin kuma a bani kayan sakan in koma gida in ci gaba da yi don amfana da shi.
Seriously, what I learn here is much because they have teach us how to cut the iron here, how to bend, how to make a chair. This is what we are doing here, and seriously, what they are teaching us here is good. We really appreciate it because if we are at home, we cannot have the opportunity to learn this handwork. And we are thanking the government that they should keep up on what they are doing to our mates, our youth of us. That is, seriously, they are encouraging us to learn. We should not depend on the government.
Da ni da sauran 'yan uwana gaskiya mun koya abubuwa da dama a nan wajen. Ba za mu ce abu ɗaya ko kuma biyu ba, amma gaskiya mun koya saboda a yau din nan ma mun koya sabulu, inda ake sarrafa sabulu da kuma sabulun wanka da na wanki da kuma na wanke kai. Mun koya su da dama a nan wajen. A gaskiya ga Allah ban da abin da zan iya cewa gwamnati din nan, sai dai in ce gaskiya Allah ya sa hakan ya ci gaba da tafiya, kuma Allah ya sa hakan ya zama mana mafi alheri a tsakaninmu, kuma Allah ya tabbatar da alheri. A gaskiya ba mu da abin da za mu iya cewa wannan mulki na injiniya Abdullahi A. Sule, saboda gaskiya mun ran iya ce ban taba ganin mulki irin wannan ba, saboda a wannan shekaran shi har na fara koyon sana'a saboda ban da sana'an yi ba.
I pick interest in this trade because if after this trade I'll start putting the what I learned into practice to help my living, and also to be a benefit to the society and also the entire nations. I really appreciate His Excellency A. Sule, Governor of A. Sule, for what he has, what he brings to help the citizens. Honestly, I really appreciate what he has do to help the citizen, because the country, if Nasarawa State in particular, there are many graduates which we lack jobs. Through this, I see it's an opportunity to help the youth, and even me in particular, to help me to earn the living.
Basically, I'm here to learn a skill. That's tailoring, which, as you can see, I'm practicing it. So we're here to learn a handwork in relevant technology number, where we're chosen by the state government to learn something on how to go about with our life, because some of us, we don't have anything doing, so we choose to come and learn something so that at the end of it we can have something to hold on to.
We are here for the training: tiling, plumbing, POP, interlock.
Na koya last week mun koya socks da kuma hula. Gaskiya ni ma ina son koya domin koya ma jama'a. Ina so amfana abin da ni ma na koya don su ma su samu a wannan sana'an da ni ma na yi.
They are teaching us so that we can also go to somewhere and expand and have our own business to earn a living. So we pray that with this little thing that we learned here, we pray that God will open more way for us so that we'll have our own business. I want to thank our government, especially our governor, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, for this great opportunity. There are others out there seeking for this particular opportunity, but we are privileged and want to say thank you very much. We thank you very, very well.
We are learning how to make shoes, bag, purse, wallet, and so forth and so forth. After learning this work, I want to be self-reliant. I want to put more effort to know how to do the work very well, so that after I left here, I will go and do it for my own good.
Since the mission of the board, through the mandate of the state government, is to train youths for self-reliance, it has continued to deliver on the mandate by training and equipping youths across the state with relevant skills and techniques to compete with their peers globally in terms of skills and technology for the overall growth of the state and to become world-class vocational institution of repute.
Na koyi aiki a relevant technology. Na koyi wannan aiki
shi saboda bisa ga yanayin condition ɗina idan ka lura za ga mutane a titi suna yawo ire-ire na suna barace-barace to amma ni alhamdulillahi tunda na koyi wannan sana'a ina iya riƙe kaina za a kawo min ayyuka zan yi zan kuma yi in sayar ina riƙe kaina da shi alhamdulillahi.
Wannan aiki na koya shi daga relevant technology ne ni ne na gari ban aikin na yi so da lokacin an dauke mu program shekara daya ne kuma mun yi shekara daya kuma an muna abin nan da mun yi aiki mun graduate kuma dalilin wannan shago shine na zo ni ma na bude nawa shago a angomai na fashion and design so ni ma na ɗiba yara da na training nasu kamar na an training na shekara daya a kowane da su zo program na wata 8 so da wani zai zo saboda certificate ne so zai zo wata 8 wani zai zo shekara filin wannan aikin shine na rika kaina
na fara daga leriba daga wurin shi na gama na zo na kaina na samu riba shi da shana da sutura na yana cikin aikin da na koya ne gidajen na wanda na taba kadan na karasa a cikin wani aikin.
Relevant technology na je na ƙara samu experience a kai sun sake bani certificate a relevant technology na gama da su shine na ce tabaran zo ni ma in bude wani wurin ci gaba da fafatan da ake na samu riba da yawa da albarkatu akan wannan lamuran riban da na samu na wannan aikin tunda yanzu akwai yara aiki da wayansu ma mun sallame su akwai kuma abubuwa dai da yawa dai da har yanzu ana kai.
Na koya na daga relevant technology a nan Doma na koya aikin yanzu na iya kuma na ci riban shi saboda farin aikin dai na fara dai daga technical school sai kuma dai innan baba na dai shi ma ya fara dai kenan to yanzu kuma ya zo yana hannun kanshi da ni kuma na gama makarantar sai na zo na zama da shi to na zama da shi yanzu gaskiya na ci riba sosai saboda ba duka ayyuka ba duka wai abubuwan nan na bukata shine baba na yake ya bani yanzu ma a kowanne ni da kaina nake ya samu na yi da kaina
na samu riba sosai da abin zan mu ci mu sha da dan wani abin tare ma jikokin na mutunci ina kokowa ina yi yara sun ba ni ba su kawo ba ma duk na samu abin da zan rufa ma kai na siri
abin da za a samu a ci a sha dai bai gagara ba da kuma dan takalma sabulun wanka wasu abubuwa duk ana saya ana amfani da shi riba min kenan amma idan da jari dai in Allah yadda zai fi haka
na koya yake abokan relevant technology lafiya lokacin na koya yake ni kadai na zama na kasu a cikin yaran mu da mu 18 amma saboda lokacin muna yake sai sun gani kamar cewa wahala yayi yawa shi na ce to na duba na ce to tunda ba disable a cikin wani abu ba na ce to bari ni in ci gaba in yi domin izuma isa chane to isabu na ba sa so su yi sana ba su suna barace ne shi na ce to bari yi shi domin idan na zo koyo na domin in ci gaba yi domin in samu abin da zai rufa asirin kaina domin kada in fita in je zo na domin in bara ba shi na bayan sana na koyi wani aiki din wannan koyi aiki din kuma na samu riban abun saboda ba wani matsala na dai zai sami ni kamar na 200 ko 500 zuwa sama dai na ina da magaci wani abubuwan gurgudo hali.
For the staff of the board, it is commitment to continue to work in synergy and in line with government's agenda in reducing youth unemployment across the state.
The trainees who have trained so far, we have their records. If we want to see them today, we have a way of locating them. And at times, whenever there are trainees to be done, we normally use most of them to assist us in doing the training jobs. The government of Nasarawa State gave us this mandate to train youths to become self-reliant, to become employers of labor. And to God be the glory. We are trying our best, and our trainees are also doing what is expected of them.
It has been a very remarkable success being achieved since the inception of this training, or since the inception of Ali Akwe administration. I think he has brought the relevant technology to limelight. He has taken us to the whole world that we can be able to do it. And we can be able to take technology to the higher level, up to the administration of His Excellency Umar Tanko Al-Makura. He has done his best, and the present administration, who is an engineer, who knows the goods of technology, who eats from technology, and is doing it.
Mun fara wannan abun kusan shekara 10 kenan baya. Wallahi ni na san yaran da suka koya aiki ana cikin student namu yanzu. Akwai wanda suna na Lagos, suna Port Harcourt, suna Enugu, wanda suke ci da wannan aiki. Sun yi mata, sun yi aure, sun ayu, sun yi yara. Suna tafiya da wannan sana'a namu. To abun mamaki muna zaune kuma sai ga gwamnatin jihar Nasarawa ta sake ce za ta kawo mana ɗalibai wanda ko da su zo su koya aiki ne kawai. To godiyar da muke ma Allah subhanahu wataala gashi mun fara aiki da su, kuma Allah ya taimake mu suna fahimce abin da muke koya musu. Da mu da su akwai zaman lafiya, akwai bai da girma da kula da abin da muke koya musu.
When you teach these young ones, you see them doing it, it gives more room for job opportunities, in the sense that our government now, you don't need any white collar job. Once you have your skill, you can make it, you can feed yourself with your skill, not waiting for the federal government or for the government to help. But in our own case, we are proud of the state government for making this opportunity for us to be able to teach, to tutor these young ones, in the sense that we see them learning, and some of them are very perfect. In short, the uniforms they do wear, most of them sew it by themselves. So it's a joy to see them doing it.
In our center here, we train electrical, plumbing, fitting machines, tiling, POP, furniture craft, and refrigerator. We train students, we train trainees, if you can see. So they enable them, when they complete, they will be able to empower themselves for betterment of development of the state and the country at large.
In Doma here, we teach them how to construct items in metals using the welding. And not only welding here, we teach also carpentry, electrical installation, plumbing, automake, and knitting and tailoring.
To complement government efforts since the establishment of the board, the 6th General Manager of the board, Dr. Idris Umar Idris, has been working assiduously with his team of dedicated staff to build on the legacies of his predecessors and to ensure that the expectations of the state government are met. This he does by introducing high standards and quality working materials that enable the trainees to compete favorably with others technologically.
This is something we've been doing day in, day out. We have a very capable supporting teams in forms of our departmental heads, and the best of all is that we have all what it takes in terms of support, being it financial, being it human resources, from our amiable governor, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi A. Isle. If you go around all our workshops, you will see that there are some new machines and there are old ones, and they are all functionable. The old ones have been changed because most of them are obsolete, and even though they are still in a very good working condition, But however, His Excellency deemed it very imperative to ensure that we compete favorably with the outside world out there. Hence he's bringing those machines you have seen lying in most of these workshops. They are the modern types, they are the modern machines, they are the things in vogue, and they are the ones that we are using. In terms of even the training, you will see that it has improved.
The board also engages in the production of hospital and household equipment, which can be used in homes, hospitals, or in the farms for large production of birds and other agricultural production.
This is the 700 capacity incubator. Here we have the control panel. The hatching temperature is now at 37.6 and the humidity is 43%. So let us view the inside of the incubator. As we can see, this is the inside of the incubator with some eggs on the tray. These are the eggs laid on the tray, incubating eggs. We're expecting some chicks in the next few weeks.
It is heartwarming to know that with the support of Governor Abdullahi Sule, enrollment is free in order to encourage more participation for every indigene of Nasarawa State.
If you look at the employers of labor, they always prefer workers that will come and hit the ground running. They don't want to spend any more money, learning and training and retraining them. It's waste much time. So it is easier for them to give priority to those that have skill-based degrees, unlike before. So I always, advise our team youth out there that the era of white-collar job is something that is becoming extinct now. What is in vogue now is skills, because skills is now the currency in the labor market out there. And most of the training we do here, or almost all the trainings of both the vocational and the skill, are being done free, courtesy of the state government, because of his zeal in ensuring that our youths are not only being, self-reliant, but they too can become employees of labor.
So, what are you waiting for? Why not come and enroll in Nasarawa State Vocational Relevant Technology Board to acquire skills and become a boss of your own? Come, let us give you the skills that will make you remain productive for the rest of your life.